Okay, hello, good afternoon, everyone. So today we want to explain about straight line graph. So in here we will find the equation for the straight line, and also we want to find the gradient of the straight line. So the first one is I want to tell you about the coordinate on the Cartesian. So the Cartesian is have two axes. So the horizontal one, we call it as x-axis, and then we have the vertical one, we call it as y-axis. And then for that one, we have a point that mentioned in a couple of number. Let's say here we have point A, 2.3. So we go 2 on the x-axis and then 3 on the y-axis. Then we find here A. And then for B, -1 and 2. So negative, we move to left. So here we have B and then C, -3 and -4. Here is the C. And then D, 1 and -3. 1 and then -3. So the first number is X and then the second number is for Y. So that is to mention about the coordinate. And also we have other term, we call it as quadrant. So from this Cartesian, we can divide it by 4 sector. So here is the first quadrant. This is the second quadrant. This is for the third quadrant. This is for the fourth quadrant. So like point A, that's on the quadrant 1, point B on the quadrant 2, point C on the quadrant 3, and then point D on the quadrant 4. Now, please do this exercise 1 to make a graph to make this point on the Cartesian plane and determine the quadrant of it. Okay, you can put on, you can make it on your own paper first. After you're done with exercise 1, we will continue to next part. So in here, how we can make a line. So if you want to make a line, there is a requirement. The first one is we can make a line from at least 2 points, or if not 2 points, we can use 1 point and 1 gradient. What is the gradient? Because we are not yet talking about the gradient, so we can explain first for how to make a line if we have 2 points. So here we have example. We want to draw a graph A minus -2.1 and B -1.0. So I will make the simple Cartesian here. A -2, let's say here is -2 and then 1. So let's say here for point A. And then for point B, -1 and 0. So still here. So this is for point B. What we can do, we just need to connect it to make a line. We can extend this line into infinite line, and then from that current straight line we could extend it into the find the other point. So from here we can determine how about if the value of A is 1 or maybe 2, or maybe how about if 3, and so on. We can determine other point from it. So we can predict the next X value and then the couple with the Y. And then after that one, We can also find the equation from the straight line if we have the 2 point. So from 2 point, we can make a line, and of course, we can make the equation from that line. And this is the formula to find the equation. Y minus y1 and this one. So x1 and y1 is the coordinate. So because the couple here, this is for the x, this is for y, x and y. So we just need to put here. So if you have this following equation, so this is for the x1, y1, x2, or y2. Yeah. So we want to find out the equation for this example. So y minus y1 is 1 equal with 0 minus 1 divided by negative 1 minus negative 2 times 8 minus negative 2. So y minus 1 equal to negative 1 plus 1 here, and then 8 plus 2. If you want to continue it like this, negative 8, negative 2, because we want to multiply like this. So actually, until this part, we already find the equation, but then maybe that's not suitable with the question 1. So what we have to do, we can convert it into other position like y negative 1 equal to negative 8 negative 2. We can move into other position like y plus 8 equal to negative 2 plus 1. So y plus 8 equal to negative 1. You can make it like this. Or maybe we can put it on everything on the left. So x plus y plus 1 equal to 0. That is fine as well. Or you want to move it on the right. Maybe become negative y, negative 1 equal to 0. That's okay. It's up to you to convert this equation. So that is how we can convert this 2 point into the line. Yeah, by using this equation. And then we can also predict the other point from the line. So let's say, how about if we have x is 5? How about the value of y? And then how about the coordinate? We can do like that as well. So how to do this? Just put x into here. We substitute value of 8 on the equation. So negative 5 negative y minus 1 equal to 0. So y is negative 5, negative 1, so negative 4. Oh, here is negative 4. So here 5 point negative 4. You can find here 5 and then maybe 4 here. So this is the position of the other point. It's also happen if you want to find the x and y. We can put y over here and then find for x. You need to substitute it. Okay, hopefully you're clear with this one, and then please try to do the exercise too with this step. So you want to make a line and then draw the line and then practicing the other coordinate over here. And then here also there is another equation. You just need to substitute the value of x and then you will find the y. Here you substitute the y and then you will find the x. Then you will find the answer. Then next we want to talking about the coordinate. So the coordinate sorry, gradient, it's about slope. If you have a line on the diagonal or something, there is a slope and we call it as gradient. Steeper the slope and the larger value of gradient. And then how we can determine the gradient? We can take it from equation. We can take it from the graph. How we can determine the gradient? You can see from this formula. So this is the basic. So we have y equal to mx plus c. In here, look, y is only y here on the left, and then the rest we put on the right, and then the value of the gradient is the coefficient of x. And how about c? C is the constant term, and that is the intercept of y-axis. So if you want to find the intercept of the y-axis, that is 0 point c is always. And then maybe you will not see the equation on this position. Sometime you will see on this position, or maybe this position, or this is position. But actually, all of these are the same thing. Yeah. So here we have y plus 3 per y equal to 3 per 2x plus 2. And I'm asking, what is the gradient of this? The gradient is 3 per 2. Why? Because that is the coefficient of a. How about if we have the equation like this? How about the gradient? We cannot say just 3 because here the y, there is 2, is different with y equal with mx plus c. So what we have to do, we can convert this one into y equal with mx plus c. So we can convert like this, 3 per 2x plus 4 per 2. So we move this 2 over here. So we can find the gradient is 3 per 2. Or you can use the one on this double. So if we have the formula like this, so by equal ax plus c. So a for coefficient of x and b is coefficient of y. So I can write m is negative a per b. So I just take 3, negative 3 per 2. And yeah, that is, so this is not without negative, so 3 per 2, so without negative. So this is, just ignore with this one. So the gradient is 3 per 2, same with before. Yeah. And it also for this position. Now y and x in the one position, so we can use this method, this kind of position. So the gradient is, so this is supposed to be here. So the gradient for this part is negative a per b. So negative 3 per negative 2. So 3 per 2. So we find the gradient. So you can use this table or you can convert like this. It's up to you. Just be careful with the negative. So that is how we can find the gradient from the equation. And then the second one, we can find the gradient from the graph. How we can find the gradient from the graph? We need to decide the point. So if we have a graph, find out the point over there, determine the point. So let's say here we use as xy1, and then here the second xy. Then we will use this formula. M is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Just substitute with the x and y, and then we will find the gradient. Actually, that is similar with this part. When we use this one, so this is, we have this one as well. This is equal with m. In the future, if you want to find the equation from one point and one gradient, you can use y minus y1 equal with m x minus x1. You can use this one. Okay, in the end, try to do the exercise 3, and then let me know if you have any question about it. Have a nice day and see you. Bye.